Well, a very good morning. We are out in nature this morning, look. So lovely, lovely. Don't forget, drop me a like in down below. I'd appreciate that very much. Click the box. It helps me greatly. Of course, if you want me to continue doing these videos as well, just make sure you drop me a like in. Of course, if you don't want me to continue doing these videos, I would question why you're watching it in the first place. So, yesterday was an interesting one because I had a bit of a moment and put that post up about Teddy, my 14-month-old son. So thank you very much to everybody who commented. It's very kind of you. Hopefully, we got the point across. Because the reason why I did that is I'm not... it wasn't a sympathy thing, really. Maybe a bit of that in there, I'm not going to lie, but it wasn't a sympathy thing really. It was just, I think what happened yesterday was that we did our group fitness program in the morning, and it was absolutely tonking it down. It was quite wet, so times like that always make me think about sticking to things and consistency and excuses and mindset and all these type of things. Now, I understand that everybody's different, okay, and everybody's got different goals, different ambitions, different things going on. And what may seem a bit of a crappy excuse to one person is the reason why another person doesn't do anything. And it's not enough just to say things like, oh, you know, just get on with it and just do this and just do that. I'm not necessarily the biggest subscriber to, you know, just blarting out motivational comments and motivational quotes to try and get people to do things. But the reason why I shared that picture particularly with Ted is because that he has been through a lot. Nobody asked for it, so it's no one's fault. It just is what it is. And my attitude, very similar to when we lost Mom to cancer at 64 back in 2014, is exactly the same. Has been, you have to look at things as a whole, and you have to say what's acceptable for me and what's not acceptable for me, because we all think as humans we're special. We're self-interest creatures. We focus inwardly. It's the way we are, but we all think, unfortunately, that we're special. And because of, again, I'm aware of the irony, social media and this consistent focus on ourselves, which is what the box does, which is what the screen does, we start to believe our own bullshit, and we start to believe that we're special, and our ego kicks in, and we get we're entitled to certain rights. So the point is that when I made that sort of post, there are people, and I saw them when I was in the children's with Teddy when he had his spinal operation. There are people in worse positions than me and us. Yeah, I know some things that happened recently to people that I know and connected with that you know, put you know, Teddy being in hospital for 6 hours, you know, totally into context. And the message is quite simple. It's not about, we've all got our own issues and we've all got our own problems, okay? So your problems are yours, and no one is more important than anybody else. And that's the first thing to remember, that nobody's more important than anybody else. No one's different. You know, we can't say, oh, well, because so-and-so's got a better problem than me, I should let myself off. Because you shouldn't. It's pure and simple. You shouldn't do that. But you're not special. And that's might be a bit harsh, and that's what I have to realise, because I guarantee you the reason why I put the little PS at the bottom of that post saying nobody cares is not because nobody cares for us or nobody cares for me. It's just that everybody's got their own problems and everybody's got their own issues. The amount of people that would have read that and gone, yeah, that's fine, but I don't want to get my hands wet on the ground, that's why I don't come to boot camp, and I've heard that one. So it's when you realise that you're not special, when you realise that everybody's got stuff going on, when you realise that we've all got to do the work, we've all got to do what we need to do to get where we need to get, when you realise that life isn't fair, when you realise that you're a first-time dad and he's been in a car crash, had major spinal surgery, had a viral infection, had a tongue tie operation, you know, and all these things go on, but you realise that actually I'm not special because of that, it just is what it is. And I still have to get on with things. Like, I had to turn up to the park last night and do my boot camp because these people have paid for a service, they expect something, and I have to deliver. And I can't be a victim and go, oh well, like some people do in my industry, who they'll cancel sessions at a drop of a hat and then piss and moan when the clients leave. Can't do that. You've got responsibilities. So while I appreciate the messages, it's fantastic, and thank you. Hopefully, things like that remind you, because that's what I want to do. I want to inspire change. I don't want people to go, oh John, you poor sod, and do nothing. I want you to realise that even with that stuff going on, you've still got to do your work. Even if you don't like exercise, your body's still going to fight back if you don't. Even if you pretend you don't like, even if you pretend to be body positive, if you're fat, your body doesn't care, and you're not special. Your excuses won't stack up. They just won't. Sometimes you've got to do the work, and as harsh as that might sound, it's true. I've got a responsibility to provide a service, but I've also got a responsibility to help people get results. And you can't get results with your head up your arse, thinking you're special and thinking you're different, because everybody's tried every single diet going. Everybody's tried every single fitness program going. Do you know what I mean? You can't not come to a fitness session, because an outdoor fitness group, because it's raining. Maybe once, maybe twice. But I get people saying to me, well, what do you do in winter? Well, I live in the UK. That's 4 months. What do you want me to do? Cancel sessions for 4 months and lose 4 months worth of results? No. You've got to build up a tolerance to life. And you're not special. I'm not special. Yeah, and when you realise that, you'll start doing the work you need to do. You'll start counting your calories. You'll cut the crap. You'll jump off the fads. You'll stop pretending. And you'll get the work done. And it's as simple as that, really. So, if you're watching this and you commented on that picture, big thank you. Appreciate it. He's fine. He sounds like he's been on the woodbines, but he's fine. He's a tough little cookie, and takes after his mum. He's a tough little cookie, and yeah, just remember, use that. Remember, it's not all right for me. I didn't hatch out of an egg. Yeah, I was fat most of my adult life. I smoked most of my adult life. Did enough recreational drugs in my 20s to kill a small horse. Lost my mum to cancer at 64. Some other stuff as well, which I won't go into today. But I'm not special. I've still got to get my work done, as you have. Don't forget, drop me a liking down below, comment, share is fantastic. Tag anybody in that you feel this video might benefit. If this video has triggered you somewhat, good. And if it triggers you to act, fine. Act.